Hi, I'm Don, and this is The Hobbyist Geek. Welcome back, y'all. Today we have pack 10 of our Star Trek Enterprise D build. Every time we do a pack, this thing just gets better and better. So the only real question is, what wonderful improvements do we have in store for us today? Let's find out. And here are the parts we get with stage 35. We have deck panel U201. We have more escape pod covers, more dark and clear windows. We have the right ventral neck panel and some more deck panel lights. This is another double light. All right, we're going to kick things off with our neck panel here. And you can see this big rectangular hole. That, my friends, is for our power switch from the battle station neck here. And looks like it goes this way, though I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter. But it'll go in there, and there are two screw posts, and you're going to use BP screws to hold it in place. And there we go. That is what it will look like when assembled. Make sure, of course, that you give it a few good tests just to make sure that all is working properly and we can move on. Next up, we're going to populate our new deck panel here. You need 4 escape pod hatches, 3 clear windows, and 4 dark windows. So let me go ahead and get those in place, and I will be right back. All right, and that is the layout as per the instructions. As always, with the windows, you do you. All right, next up, you're going to want to bring out this deck panel. This is U302. You can tell on the back it says U302A. U302 down here. And what you're going to want to do is set this down just like so. Okay? So these two little screw posts right here are where those will go. And bring out your new cable. Do a little separation. Yellow and black will go in the top, and then we will hold it together with 2 EM screws. All right, should look a little something like that when you are done. All right, next up, you're going to want to get U303, okay, which you've already assembled. We're going to bring this in and orient your saucer section like this. And basically what you're going to want to do here is take your cable and bring it through this hole, this second hole here, all the way through. Then bring the yellow and black LED through here, the first hole, and it will go right in here. There we go. So it should look like this when you're done. Make sure to push your cable up here to line it up as best you can. And this will all come in. Maybe not up, maybe down. It doesn't say, it just says to push this in. So maybe we can do it this way. Let's find out. Yeah, it looks about good enough, I hope. I'm going to play with this a little bit. Actually, what I'm going to do is bend this down this way. And have it come up through here. And basically this hole, and we're going to use 2 DP screws to hold it in place. So align it as best you can. All right, so this is what it looks like when I'm done This ended up actually coming straight up to get in there. So fingers crossed we've got that correct. Because next up, we're putting this in. Okay, this one's not confusing at all, I promise. Basically, you're going to take the assembly that you'd made a little earlier here, and this cable that's coming out the bottom, don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about that for now. But what you do want to do is from here, go up one. Right there is where these cables from the top are going to come through. So let's go ahead and get that through. All right, just like that. Now, this red and blue LED here is going to end up right there in that slot. And the rest of this is going to line up kind of like this. Okay, and we're going to have a bunch of screws all over the place. So here and here are going to be EM screws. Here and here, I believe. Yeah, those will be DP screws. No, wait, here and here. Here and here. Those will be DP screws. Then these 6 holes here will all get BM screws. So first things first, let's get this in. And then we'll start getting everything screwed in place. And I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, and that is what it will look like fully assembled. Let's see what it looks like from the other side. Look at that. Spectacular. Also makes me wonder if we're going to have a different power control board, if we're going to have like a second power control board here. Because I don't believe these cables are quite long enough. Let me take this out real quick, show you what I mean. Yeah, see, doing this, it'll be tight, but it goes over these supports. I go around the supports, it doesn't reach. And it certainly won't reach if I go around this way. So I'm thinking we're going to have another power control board that goes here. This is a big boy. This is a big boy. All right. Well, that ends stage 35. Let's see what stage 36 has in store. And here are the parts that we get with stage 36. We have another deck panel. This is U101. All right, the very first deck panel. And the accompanying reflector. More dark and clear windows. We have another transporter pad, or transporter emitter pad, I should say. We also have the right ventral neck reflector panel right there. Some more panel lights here. Both of these are doubles. We have a couple of stickers, and this thing kind of rolled away on me. But we have another docking light, this one green. Very nice. All right, let's see what comes first. All right, we're gonna kick things off with the neck of the battle section here. And first things first, we have our reflector, and that reflector is gonna come onto this assembly here and go just like this. Now we're going to take one of the new set of lights that we got here, and we're going to split it apart. Now the yellow green will go in the top here, the red and black will go on the side, and then we'll hold it together with AP screws, 2 of them. All right, should look a bit like that when you're done. Now we're going to take one of those stickers. We're just going to put it over the red and black line here. Just like that. Okay, now you can take your docking light here, and just like before, the larger pin will go into that hole down there. Okay, much like this. Now this plug here from these lights will go into the sole open panel on our PCB, which tells me that I was right in the last video. It looks like the body itself is going to have its own power source. Makes me wonder if we're going to have 3 separate power switches too. All right. And with that in place, run a little test, make sure your lights are coming on. Mine are. Make sure that these LEDs are out of the way. And we're basically going to line this up and put it in here, and we will attach it with 3 BM screws and 2 AP. The BM screws will go into this post, and this post, and the AP screws will go here and here. And make sure the upper pin on your docking light goes through this little hole right here. All without trapping any of these wires. And there you go. Look at that. This thing is really looking spectacular. Alrighty, it is time to populate our brand new deck panel. Very nice. We're gonna start with 7 clear windows and 6 dark windows. So let me go ahead and get those in. Alright, so it'll look like that as per the instructions. As always, do the windows however you so choose. Then our reflector panel will go right on top, just like so. And we're going to take our remaining lights here. The green and yellow will go here, red and black will go here, and we fix it all with DM screws. All right, so it should look a bit like that when you're done. Beautiful. And to finish this one off, we're going to take our transporter emitter pad, we're going to stick it right here. Just like that. Awesome. And that ends stage 36. Alrighty, and here are the parts that we get with stage 37. We have deck panel U313. We've got U313A reflector panel. We have more deck lights, more escape pod out covers, more clear windows, more dark windows, and the right neck panel. Look at that puppy. Alright. Alright, to kick things off for stage 37, we're going to take our new deck panel here and we're going to populate it. We need 6 escape pod covers, 15 dark windows, 15 clear windows. And there you go. That is the layout as per the instructions. As for the windows, as always, you do you. Now, we're gonna take our new line here, we're gonna split it apart, and the red and black lead will go into our reflector right here. And that'll go down with 3 BP screws to hold it in place. All right, should look a little bit like that. When you are done, we bring out the power for a little test. Everything is looking great. And now it is time to bring out the saucer. All right, here we are with our saucer section again, and we're coming back around to the front right here. If you'll recall, we have this LED hanging loose. Well, guess what? It's gonna go in here. So let's go ahead and get that placed. All right, look at that. And what we will do is we're gonna take this lead, and that will actually come up through this hole. Just like this. And this will come up here. Just like so. And what we're gonna do is put a DP screw here and here to hold it in place. So let's go ahead and make that happen. All right, we've got it in place now, and we're testing it out on the main board for this LED. This is a very tight fit, so that was very difficult. I was a little concerned, but we got it up and running, and you can see it is all lit up. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, and that, I'm afraid, ends stage 37. We have one more stage to go. And here are the parts we get with stage 38. We have deck panel U314. We have the associated reflector. We have more deck panel lights, more escape pod hatches, more dark windows, more clear windows. We actually have 3 more zip ties. So we're gonna have some cable management this time around. And the right neck front windows. Awesome. All right, we're gonna kick things off by putting the windows into your neck assembly here. Should go, there we go, just like that. It's not gonna be attached in any way. This is it for the neck for this pack. All right, next up, we're gonna populate our new deck panel here. You're gonna need 5 escape pod hatches, 11 dark windows, 18 clear windows. Alrighty, and that is the layout as per the instructions. Now, we're going to put our reflector on, all 3 BP screws, and of course our LEDs. In this case, we will be using the red blue in the long slot right there. So let's get that in. There we go. Awesome. Let's give her a test and make sure it's all good. Look at that. Wonderful. All right, next up, we're gonna bring out our saucer section again. And we're gonna take the LED from here. We're gonna string it through this hole. And then the LED itself will come back through this hole and go into this slot here. Okay, should look a little like this when you're done. I should note, I was wrong. It doesn't come in here, it comes in this one. With this red cable here, it's actually gonna go into this cavity right here when we're done. But the yellow one does come through this hole. So what I'm gonna do is bend this up a bit. We'll slide it in, and 2 more DP screws here and here to hold it all in place. All right. Just like that. Let's make sure I didn't screw anything up when I was putting it in. All right, both lights are on. Awesome. All right, this next bit's gonna be interesting. Basically, we're gonna take all of the unattached cables over here and the 2 new cables that we just did. We're gonna bundle them together, and we're gonna use the zip ties to attach it here and here. So let me see if I can find a way to make that happen. In addition, these 2 are gonna go into these top 2 ports right there. So let me go ahead and plug those in and try to do some cable management, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm a little shocked, but there it is. There's our cable management. Nowhere near perfect, but there's a lot of excess cable on this thing. And we've got, don't forget, we've got this loose LED and 1 more coming through over here. So 2 loose LEDs, but you can also see our new panels are looking gorgeous. So that's great. All right, next up, we've got U315 here. And this one, uh-oh, my LED came out, but that's okay. It was just the yellow one going in here. And this one, cable is gonna come up through here, back through here, and the red will plug in there. And 2 more DP screws to hold it in place. All right, there it is, fully attached and looking spectacular. Okay, almost done. Okay, here we are with U316. All right, what's gonna happen here, cable's gonna come up through here, just like that, but the red LED is actually gonna come in through the big hole and then back down through here to attach in right there. All right, should look a little something like that. And now we're gonna bring it up, and 2 more DP screws to hold that in place. All right, there it is. All done, look at that. And here we are at the end of pack 10, and just look at this thing. Oh my. My, oh my, oh my. This is great. I'm loving it. I cannot wait to see what comes next. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.